and later a countryside estate in England. His name was Elijah. Strong-shouldered and silent, he walked the fields from sunup to sundown, his skin kissed dark by generations under the African sun. Born into slavery, his days passed in the rhythm of labor, sweat and prayer. But his heart still dreamed of freedom, of distant lands, and of something he had never known but longed for: love. The plantation master, visiting from England, pale, red-haired, and sharp-eyed, she walked the estate like a stranger among ghosts. She hated the heat, the cruelty, and the way people whispered behind fans and lace curtains. Her father had sent her across the Atlantic to escape scandal, a broken engagement with a lord who'd found a richer bride. Elijah first saw her by the rose garden. She was reading, but her eyes kept drifting to the horizon, like she wanted to run. And she noticed him too, not as his servant. Days passed. Eleanor began taking walks by herself, escaping the grand house and its sickly sweet lies. Elijah was ordered to accompany her, to carry her parasol, to keep her safe. "What's your name?" she asked one afternoon, surprising him. "Elijah, ma'am," he replied, without meeting her gaze. She paused. "Don't call me ma'am. I'm not one of them." The garden became their meeting place. She asked about his life, and he answered in pieces. He told her about his mother, who was sold, the songs they sang in the quarters, and the stars that watched over them at night. In return, Eleanor told him of cold, rainy mornings in Yorkshire, of books and poems and things he'd never heard before. And slowly, gently, the walls between them cracked. They met in shadows, under moonlight, beneath trees, near the river where no eyes followed. One night he brought her a flower. It wasn't from the master's garden. It grew wild and free. She touched his hand. He didn't pull away. "Elijah," she whispered, "do you ever dream?" "Only of flying," he said, "away from this place, with someone who sees me." That night their lips met. It was sweet and terrifying, a love not meant for this world. Black and white, slave and mistress, but in the stillness of their secret, it was pure. Their love was discovered. A jealous overseer, too cruel to ignore what he saw, reported them. Elijah was chained, whipped nearly to death. Eleanor screamed, begged, tried to stop them, but her voice was powerless in a world ruled by skin and class. Her uncle declared her sick with shame and arranged to send her back to England. But Eleanor had a plan. With the help of a loyal housemaid named Mama Jo, she freed Elijah in the dead of night. They fled, riding through swamps and rain, chased by dogs and death. Somehow, they made it to Charleston, and from there, through bright sailors and dangerous odds, onto a ship bound for Liverpool. In England, they lived hidden at first, pretending he was her servant. But times were slowly changing. She used her family's wealth to buy a small home on the outskirts of town. Elijah took up work as a carpenter, and Eleanor began teaching girls how to read. They never married publicly. The law didn't allow it. But in their home, they were husband and wife. Years later, a boy sat on Elijah's knee, his skin a beautiful shade between his parents. "Tell me the story again," he asked. Elijah smiled. "Which one?" "The one where you met Mama." He looked at Eleanor, now silver-haired, but still glowing when she smiled, and he said, "It was beneath the cotton moon, where love bloomed, even where it wasn't supposed to grow. But it did, and it made us free."